The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Okay, I think we've checked. We don't require any translation tonight, but Cedric's on hand if we do. We'll just start with questions straight away, please. Chris?
Brendan, perhaps not vintage from Celtic tonight. Is there a mixture of pride at going through and relief this evening?
Yeah, I think probably the context of the game probably affected our performance, especially in the first half. I thought that them having to chase the game, of course, to make up the goal difference. They were much brighter than us and played much quicker, and we were poor in our ball possession. Couldn't keep the ball, needed too many touches in possession. So midway through that sort of first half, we had to try and change it tactically to try and stem the sort of flow of the game. But I was thankful to get in 0-0 at half time. And then second half I thought we were better. We like I say, we were able to sort of stem the flow much better, but also whilst keeping the ball and being a threat ourselves going forward. So I think overall the best team won. They were better than us tonight. But I think over the bigger picture, our aim at the beginning of this competition was to, if we could get through to the Europa League stage and finish third in the group, that would be a massive achievement for us at this stage of where we're at. And we've did that. So there's immense pride at doing that. But of course it's hard to feel that after you've lost. But we got the job done over the course of the games, and obviously we have a lot of work to do before we would can affect that level. But we're through, and we can look forward to that when it comes around in February.
Yeah, are you saying that the players perhaps looked a little bit spooked in that first half because of the fact that, I think most people thought the tie was over because Anderlecht had to win by 3 goals tonight?
I don't think we were spooked. We just weren't very good in our game. Like I say, they were brighter technically. The movement was sharper than ours, and of course they wanted to start the game fast. We wanted to start the game fast, but we didn't. And then, like I say, when you give the ball away as cheaply as what we did, too many times in the first half, we got rid of the ball instead of passing it. So probably was a story for some of our players who maybe felt they are at this level, that they've a long way to go before they can call themselves players at this level. So we need to be better than what we were tonight. But we've shown enough over the course of this competition that we can be better. But nights like tonight, as I said, it was disappointing.
If what you're saying there is, you're saying a number of players who are not yet Champions League ready, do you feel there's a big step up again, not perhaps obviously from the PSG and Bayern Munich, but in terms of going into the Europa League now and trying to have some kind of run?
Yeah, I think it's we've got to have a touch of realism here as well. There's going to be much better teams in that than ourselves. We need to be clear on that. We've done absolutely amazing. We were the 4th seeds in this group, and maybe throughout the course of the Champions League there won't be too many of those that have then jumped up into 3rd place and got through. So we've been able to do that. But I think tonight is an example of still the long way to go, and the gap that is between the teams at the very top end of European football and even those just in below that as well. So as I said, a lot of work for us to do, but like I say, you also have to run alongside that and give the players a great credit, because they were playing against a better team than us tonight, but they stuck with it, stayed strong, and got the job done, and for that they deserve a huge amount of credit.
Brendan, you'll looks like you might be unseeded for the draw when it comes round. Does that matter? And what do you, at the moment, feel that you can achieve when you get into the knockout competition?
Listen, it's too early. I think the most important thing is that we're sat here and we're talking about having qualified. You know, for a Scottish team to have come out of the Champions League and have European football after Christmas is a huge achievement. Beyond that, I'm not really thinking about that. We'll analyse the performance. We'll look at how we can be better after tonight. Now we can put it to bed now for a few months, and we'll be better when we arrive back into the Europa League in February.
Do you feel also, I think it's 10 games since Celtic won a group stage match here at home, and I know you wanted to you said in the pre-match press conference you wanted to get a win for the fans here tonight. Do you think there's a little psychological block that the players need to overcome to get a big match win here in Europe at home?
Not really. It's a really, really tough level of competition, and it's difficult for us. But we're trying to bridge that gap each time we play.
Any more questions? Chris, one more.
Of course, you said, in terms of finishing third in Europa League, then that's progression for Celtic. Given that and having the chance to reflect now on the campaign gone by, would it be, given you're saying there is such a big gap still, would it then be unrealistic to look at next year and think of trying to push for second place, or would it just be a case of third again and trying to push on further in that Europa League?
Yeah, it's always going to be. It'll become even more difficult for us next year. I think we just have to be realistic in terms of where everything is in terms of European football. We're a long way behind in relation to budgets and structures and other things at the very, very top level. But what we have to try and do is somehow bridge the gap. The club hadn't qualified for Champions League football for a few seasons, 3 odd seasons. Now these last couple of seasons we have qualified, which is brilliant for us. We want to then make the next step. So once we've qualified, okay, can we have European competition? Of course we want it to be Champions League, but we have to be realistic. You're never going to finish ahead of PSG and Bayern Munich over the course of the games home and away. So could we then challenge the third best team in the group, who was Anderlecht, again, who work and operate on a much greater budget than ourselves, and we've done that. So next year it doesn't get any easier. If anything, it will only become more difficult. So that's our position and where we're at in the European game. But the club as a whole, the club is absolutely brilliant. You see the fans, the supporters home and away have been amazing. We just got to somehow develop a way that can maybe bridge the gap and allow us to fight for that second position, but it's always going to be difficult.
How far up the European ladder then can Celtic buy themselves? And financially at the moment?
It's not for tonight. It's not for tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Cheers, thank you.